y'all, it's Hope here at Crafty Hope and welcome. Look at me, I've got like jewelry supplies on my desk. This is actually a project that's been on my to-do list for maybe 2 years now, maybe almost 2 years. And it's so simple, and I think that's why I keep putting it off, is like, I can do that anytime. I'll do it anytime. So pardon some of the other things you might be able to see in this. But what I'm starting with is these are some pom-poms. These actually came from the Dollar Tree. I don't know that they sell them anymore. Like I said, this was ages and ages ago, but, you know, it's just kind of an idea of something you can do. If maybe you felted some balls or have felted balls or pom-poms, or want to make little clusters of pom-poms with the pom-pom maker, whatever. It's just an idea. I don't know if it'll work. We're going to see. I also have some eye pens. These are copper because I feel like this color palette is very fall, and I feel like copper to me is very fall. And I have some of my jewelry pliers. I will also likely pull in some chain and maybe a clasp. So, and if not a chain, then maybe jump rings. We'll see. I just want to get started. So I may voice over the rest of this, or I may keep talking. Let's play this by ear. let's go. I did go ahead and grab a chain because I decided that I was going to go ahead and, rather than just put the pom-poms on the head pins, go ahead and kind of assemble this as I worked. And so for that, I needed some chain, and I grabbed some copper chain that matched and and also had split links on them, so I can open and close the links on the chain. So as you saw, I took one of my head pins, twisted it open, and then slipped it onto the one end of the chain and closed it. From there, I pulled on one of these pom-poms. Now you can see these are not your typical like pom-poms. These are like, I don't know, they're like fluffy, or maybe it's smaller yarn that they made it with or something. They're super cheap. I pulled on a couple of these and like the strings came unraveled. It's fine. This is going to be a necklace just for me, and I kind of love it. So once I got my pom-pom on there, I bent the wire that was coming out the top and then cut it so that I had just about 1/4 of an inch sticking out from the pom-pom. And then using round nose pliers, I'm making a simple loop by rolling that little bent piece out. So I'm rolling it until it forms a complete loop. I'm probably going to take my flat nose pliers again and make sure it's kind of flattened out and straight. Now, once it's in there, it kind of gets tucked up and hidden inside the pom-pom, which I kind of like, because then you don't really see the like magical connection of this. So what I'm going to do is, I'm looking at my chain for a little bit, is go down several links. I decided to make this whole thing fairly random. So for each of these, I'm leaving between 2 and like 5 or 6 links. I haven't counted them because, again, I'm keeping this fairly organic. So I twisted open one of the links of the chain and then reconnect it at the other side so I don't lose that loop, so it doesn't get buried in that pom-pom. So, and then I close that link. From there, I'm looking at it for a second. I'm going to go ahead and pick up another head pin and then repeat the process. And basically, I'm going to work from one side to the other. Now, you could work in one long stretch. You'll see what I mean by that here in a second. But I'm twisting open my eye pin, slipping it on my chain, twisting close my eye pin, and for that I'm using just a pair of chain nose pliers, and then picking up one of my pom-poms and slipping it on the eye pin. Now, I'm working very hard to not force it through. Most of these pom-poms have like what feels a little more natural place, and I really want to make sure that I'm getting it through the center of the pom-pom and not along one of the edges where that might just slip off. So once it slipped through, you saw I bent the pin at 90 degrees, and then trimmed it, and then coming in with the chain. I mean, the chain nose pliers, y'all, my words. It's such a simple process. I don't know why I'm getting all kerfluffled about it. I'm using my round nose pliers to make this loop. Now, again, these loops are going to be mostly hidden up in your pom-pom, so they don't have to be perfect. They just need to be closed completely so your chain doesn't pop off. So once that is closed and I've straightened everything out, again, I'm going to go to where the chain is, pick, how long, how many links I want in there, and then twist open that link. Slip it off from the chain that's already on there, slip that open link on to the loop we just made, and close it. And I'm going to repeat this process. Now, when I did this, I didn't think I was going to have any kind of pattern with the pom-poms, but I end up having one where it's basically small, medium, large, small, medium, large, small, medium, large. And that's fine. I just didn't want like two mediums next to each other, two smalls next to each other, or two larges next to each other. So and I didn't want two colors touching, that kind of thing. So I'm working through it. So here I've sped this up a little bit. You're going to get to see most of this, but not all of it, because it really is just a really repetitive process of, doing this over and over again. So here I'm going to slip that chain on there, grab another eye pin, open the eye pin. Well, here you saw I did my pom-poms up into the small, medium, large, so I could kind of like look at the colors and what I had and all of that. But yeah, so this process is really easy. I really want to walk you through it one more time at this speed so you can kind of see. But opening eye pin, slipping it on the link, sliding on my pom-pom, bending the wire, trimming the wire, and then looping the wire and making sure it's closed. Then opening the chain link, slipping it on that open side, closing it, and then repeating over and over and over again until, and I really thought that I was not going to use all my pom-poms. I was like, I ended up using all my pom-poms. Oh, there, yeah. Some of that pom-pom was like frayed and weird, and that's kind of the great thing about a pom-pom is you can trim it down yourself. So this was a lot of fun, y'all, and it's exactly what I wanted it to be. And I'm kind of calling this necklace my warm fuzzy necklace because I don't know, it's got the like warm colors of fall and then it's fuzzy. So I think it's going to be perfect for fall and winter, and I know exactly what it goes with in my wardrobe already. So I've slowed this back down to, I don't know if this is normal speed or just above it, but so you can see the last little bit. And it's a lot more of the same. And I end up, at the end of this, I'm going to end up with both ends having little red pom-poms on there, which for me is perfect because there the colors do touch, but that's also where I'm going to put my clasp. So it's going to make it a lot easier for me to find my clasp. Now, you absolutely do not have to put a clasp on a necklace of this length. It would easily easily slip over your head, but I like having a clasp in case I want to double it up or something like that. So that just kind of helps with that. All right, so here is my last medium one, and you see, rolling that up, straightening it out, and then I'm going to, of course, open my chain. Oh, yeah, that one was being persnickety, wasn't? So my chain is already open there, so I'm closing it. Oh, because at this point I was working all on one end of the necklace instead of alternating between the two sides of the necklace. So here I'm going to open it up, slip it off, put it off to the side, grab my last head pin, open it up, slip on that last pom-pom. Put it on the chain, slip on the last pom-pom, and then close that. And see, this one was giving me, I was like, of course it's the last one, it's going to give me fits trying to find a good center point of it. But just keep at it, you'll find them. Almost all pom-poms have like a sturdier center point that you can get through. Now the super cheap ones, I'm not positive if they do, because I think they might have some glue in them or something. I mean, like the ones you get like the craft store, but these were, I don't know, just kind of a little different, and I think that's what drew me to them. So here is my loop, And then I'm going to take my chain and slip it on, and then I'm going to leave, and I think on either end I only left 2 links. I'm putting one of those links on here, and then I'm going to open one more link because I'm going to use that link to slip on a lobster clasp. I had to go get that because of course I didn't have that out. So there's a lobster claw clasp that I am going to put on this last link here. And then on the other side, I've got just 2 links, and it connects to that just basic chain link that's on there. I don't need a jump ring or anything like that. Like I said, I'm keeping this super easy breezy, warm fuzzy. And with that, this necklace, my warm fuzzy fall necklace, is all done. If you have any questions about this at all, if I wasn't clear, let me know. I will also put some links down below and probably in the upper right throughout this about opening jump rings and using eye pins and things like that if you have any questions. Oh, and making simple loops. So all of that will be below as well as throughout this video. Here's some looks at it. And if you like this, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I will be back later with more craftiness. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.